Hey, this is author SC Vincent. I'm here with another mystery box from Comicsgate. I'm a little tired because it's like almost 11 p.m. I've been working all day. But yeah, so I got another box, another package. This is one that was kind of pricey and hard to get, and I'll explain when I open it, but we'll see who it is. I mean, I know, but you don't know. So let's get to it. Look at it. I had to get it from eBay. I couldn't get it from the actual artist or anything. But it's by one of the kings. So let's open it and see. What do you guys think it is? Last time it was Billy Tucci. So I liked, what got me interested in this one was because I really liked the art that I saw him release recently. He had a book he fulfilled this year, so it's someone who's pretty active. Okay. I don't know what's in here. I mean, how it's packaged, but what did I get? It's a package within a package. Okay, so now you know the size. Is that narrowing it down? Let's see here. The artist has a very 90s style to me. He wears a hoodie a lot, a beanie on stream. I guess you kind of know now if you watch Comicsgate a lot. See, I asked on the Comicsgate community about this guy and where I could buy his stuff, and they say, well, he doesn't put his stuff up after the campaign ends because it adds to the price on the after, like the aftermarket or whatever. And it makes sense because the price did go up, and it makes it more the value go up for the people selling. And I guess if he has any, he may sell. Okay. Oh, you're kidding me. This seller did a good job. 3 packages. This looks brand new almost. There's no way this is brand new. But it's packaged really well. See, there's just that little bit of tape right there. There we go. Oh, that's the back. So we're gonna open it up right here. Upside down. It is Graveyard Shift by John Malin, and I'm not good with names, Polton. So I had to get this off of eBay for a hefty price. It was like probably around $70. But I wanted to get into it because I saw Malin's most recent book, Godlike, and I thought the art just looked epic. And that pretty much sold me on trying to, with the indie comics, you can kind of just start from the beginning and then go to the end. If they're easier to get into than like Marvel or DC. I don't know too much about this. I don't really know anything about this. I just was like, I want to buy it, check it out. So I just bought volume 1. There were other ways. You can get the other volumes from Polton's website. He does sell a few of them. So I figure, if I like this one, I'll probably check it out, the other stuff out. So let's crack it open. It seems to have come with a card. Is there any ASMR for comics? Like the sound of opening jackets. I did get this with the signatures. So it has, I guess that's Polton. And I guess that's Malin. John Malin, I think. You want me to look at the comic or the card first? I guess we'll just get the card out of the way. I'm not a big card guy. Like, I'm 33. I'm not trading cards with people. Like it's like that's to me that's kind of like what I did when I was a kid with Pokemon. So, I mean, I guess they're kind of interesting because they have additional art and. So here would be the art. Professor Blood. That's, I don't know who that is. That sounds. Is he a vampire? So I know absolutely nothing about this. So that's his stats, I guess. Reminds me of the document cards from ISOM. Except, you know, these actually look like they might be interesting. The document cards are pretty funny, I gotta say, because they're like completely amateurish and inaccurate, but in kind of a charming way, as if you have a 15-year-old making his own comic book characters and writing cards about them and their stats, but it's written as if like and done as if like a child did them. But it's a grown man releasing them, and there's just kind of a charm to it to me. Like I would never pay $70 for any of that. Like I paid $70 for this. This seems like a legitimate comic, but like for cards, no. But I think those cards, from what I've seen, they look pretty funny. Like I'm laughing at them, but kind of laughing with them, even though they're not meant to be a joke. So. This is the back of it. I like the art. I think you know, that's John Malin's art. I know nothing about a lot of this Comicsgate stuff. I watch the streams. I think Malin is the artist. So it reads, "What if the Universal monsters were the X-Men?" That's the question Mark Polton and John Malin answer in this hard-hitting sci-fi horror graphic novel. Scientist Vladimir Blood, Lilith Mayhew, and her husband, head of security Mick Mayhew, are working on advanced human regeneration for the mysterious Atlantis Corporation. Betrayed, murdered, and put into their own experiments, they are reborn with superhuman abilities. They are the graveyard shift, and they are all that can stop a rising supernatural evil from taking over the world. Well, that sounds cool. That sounds awesome. Yeah. This looks pretty epic. Story writer Mark Polton, story artist John Malin. So okay, so Malin also does the story with Polton, but Polton is the writer. So I'm not familiar with how comic books kind of work, since I write prose. I guess comics, so they consider like the artist the guy who draws, not the guy who writes, I think. So the guy who comes up with a story is different than the guy who writes it. So it's like a concept. They came up with a concept together, and The guy who's better, the guy who's more of a writer, like penned it. I guess that's how it went. Okay. Letters is Eric Weathers. He's like all over Comicsgate. So I've seen him in Cyberfrog, which I'll cover in my collection later on. And colors, Anthony George. Okay. So I know I'm going to like this. It begins with the very top panel here. In the middle, it says the location is Castle Dracula. All right. I mean, you got me. I love horror. This is like a science fiction horror type situation. Name, Professor Vladimir Blood. All right, this is going to be cool. Wow. I've heard some stuff about the Malin stuff, and I hear that it's very extreme, and that's kind of what I'm interested in. A lot of just crazy stuff you wouldn't get elsewhere. And the art, wow. The art is evocative. Look at that. It's just amazing. It has that kind of 90s, 2000s appeal. Yeah. So I'm just giving it like a brief look here, and it looks awesome. It looks like I'm gonna enjoy it, so I'm gonna give that a read. I'm gonna have a lot of comics to read. Yeah. So Graveyard Shift looks pretty good. So give me a second to kind of show my own stuff. Now I write books, novels, prose. You can follow me on Twitter at, let's see here, SCVincent4, or you can call it just X. And this is my Amazon, where I have all my books. This is my latest book, The Sakura Element. I write science fiction, horror, and fantasy. My latest book is The Sakura Element. It's a young adult science fiction book. But if you're more interested in just kind of fantasy stuff, you know, this one right here might be right up your alley. So $2.99, pretty simple, pretty, easy on the wallet. So if you like to check out my books, you can read a free sample on Amazon. Give that a try. I'd appreciate it. And I'm going to continue checking out Comicsgate stuff and showing off my comic collection. All right. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.